Listen, we are back in the kitchen, and usually when we think about home, our thoughts often lead to the hearty home-cooked meals that mama or our gogo would cook and the memories that was created around meal times. Now, whether it was something sweet or something savory, the bonding and just the memories to treasure came from creating something delicious together in the kitchen. Now is the time to create your own homemade happiness with Snowflake and our Oxtail stuffed pull-apart steamed bread with a refreshing twist. G-Man is here, he's ready.
I'm going to make Samuel Eto'o some pull-apart bread. That's what we're going to do this morning, okay?
It has to be good, eh? It has to be good.
I'm terrified that it's not going to be good. No, I'm really excited about this because it is relatively easy to make, and it's a good entry level if you've not made a huge amount of bread or kind of this, but thanks very much to Snowflake and the all-in-one here. It is made incredibly easy. So I'm going to jump into it and hopefully create something beautiful like that. But it is a pull-apart bread, so you want people to be able to get in there, grab a piece, chunk it out.
Create some memories, and I love that you're using the 5-in-1 savoury mix because you can get to play around with it. Obviously, we're making this pull-apart bread, but if you wanted to make some fritters, some pizzas for Jack, Georgie, they love pizzas.
But I'm all about that dumpling vibe. In fact, Madiba, one of his favourite meals was oxtail stew with dumplings. So this is kind of an ode to Tata Madiba. So we've got the 1 kilogram bag. It also comes in 500 grams. So we're going to use about half of that for this mix. I'm keeping a little bit extra because I need to dust surfaces, dust my hands, as we've learned, as you learned firsthand.
And Samuel Eto'o also has a big appetite, so you want to make a lot.
So every time someone walks into the studio, I'm like, is he here? Is he here yet? It's just so exciting, man. It really is so exciting. All right, so we're going to mix, and of course, if it's a little bit too wet, you can just add more. But the key here is that it's tactile, and you want people to kind of get stuck in and enjoy it. Okay, that's looking good.
That's looking good already.
Okay, I think I'll leave it like that. Oh, now you want to, and I suppose the oxtail stew is great for this because I think I love the kind of sweet umami mix of an oxtail stew, but you could use anything that you really enjoy. You could even go with like a cheese and onion kind of vibe. It's up to you, but what is key, you want to make sure that your stew is cooked well ahead of time, or maybe it's a bit of leftover, but you don't want it to be too hot. Okay, so now we're going to put a little bit of flour.
This is the step that I usually forget, and then everything just sticks to the surface.
I know, so and I put it on my hands, and this, you will get a little bit dirty, but that's all good. So now I'm going to grab just, let me put a little bit more in here, actually. Oh, I'm so nervous.
A lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. Can you see? I can't
believe Samuel Eto'o's going to be eating my bread a little bit later this morning.
I've never seen you this nervous before, G. It's okay, don't worry. If it was good for Madiba, it will be good for Samuel as well.
And also, there was something bright and shiny in our green room. You know, we've got the British and Irish Lions. The trophy is here. Okay, that's looking a bit better. I'm going to take a little bit. That's my hand. Oh, it is very sticky still. Okay, there we go. Do you know what I haven't mixed in? Is our parsley.
You can actually do that now.
It is actually very, very, very sticky. It's sticking to my hand. Okay,
I think it's because your hands are sweaty, because you're like just stressing, like.
Okay, then we're going to take just a tiny little bit of this.
And then, again, that is cool down oxtail, you said, right?
It needs to be cooled down. Otherwise, it's going to kind of wet the dough again, and we're going to just form that into a little ball, a little parcel like so. Dun, 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 dun,
you can get the kids involved in this. Can you imagine Jack and Georgia just getting their fingers in that?
What my kitchen
Obviously, they're going to want to do the end part where they're just pulling it all apart, but getting them involved as well. So when are you going to add the parsley?
I actually omitted that. I'm going to put it in now. So, and while we put the butter on, that's going to help the bread separate more easily once we're pulling it apart.
Also, you want the butter to just like melt through once it bakes, and then...
And this is one of those that can be a bit more forgiving, and like I said, a great entry level where you can kind of learn how to make bread, learn how to make great dumplings. I love the idea of it being steamed as well. I love a steamed dumpling. Okay, that's looking good. If I can do this, anybody can do this.
It's really the convenience. It's the convenience of having everything all in one, in an easy mix, 5-in-1.
Absolutely. Amazing. Okay.
Okay, I see what that parsley does. It just
and it's
vibrant
just
colour.
Freshen it out a little bit. There we go.
I was just thinking, looking at this, you could have caramelized onions in this.
Ooh.
I would put some cheese and chives, what would you add to this?
I think a cheese and onion would work really, really well.
Definitely.
There we go. Then we're going to brush this with a little bit of butter. And basically, this is the vibe. You're going to do this kind of many times over until you've basically filled your baking dish.
Are we putting it close together? You said yes.
And you keep ramming it in, ramming it in. Then what we've got here is our bigger pot with water, not quite boiling, okay? So it's got a bit of a bubble, but you don't want it to be boiling to the point of bubbling over, so it splashes into the bread. You're going to pop it in like so. Net so. Okay.
And hoe lang gaat dit?
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Let it steam through. It must be nice and bouncy, tactile, but not sticky to the touch. You'll kind of know, and then basically go pull a piece of our bread.
I just want to pull it apart. I've always wanted to do this. Here we go.
And if you want to find this recipe and create, do it, man. Just grab it and pull it.
Wow, look at that. Just look at that, all that flavor inside of that.
Angels sing. There's something quite beautiful about the texture of a steamed bun or a steamed dumpling, or in this case, a steamed bread. Absolutely delicious. It's moist, it's got the textural elements, and of course, it is bucket loads of flavor. And you can find this recipe on expressoshow.com. So if you want to create your own homemade happiness and stand a chance of winning some great prizes with Snowflake, then listen up. Simply purchase a Snowflake product to bake your favorite creation with, and there are endless possibilities. Remember to keep that till slip as proof of your purchase, then visit Snowflake's Facebook page, post a pic of your beautiful creation with the Snowflake product that you used in it, and the comments of the competition post, and use the hashtag Snowflake Homemade. Simple as that. And you could be the lucky winner of a 2,500 Rand cash prize or a voucher valued at 2,500 Rand as well. But you can find all the terms and conditions and this recipe on expressoshow.com.
I'm going to take a piece for Samuel, okay? Later. Just put it on here so long.